Welcome to a new video. In my previous video, I taught you the types of motivation and I gave you the introduction of motivation. So in this video, I'm going to teach you the conditions for promoting motivation. So point number 1 or the condition number 1 is creating interest. Creating interest in learning something is perhaps the best way of promoting motivation. So if you want to create motivation in someone, then you have to create interest about that about the particular thing in someone to be motivated to set that thing as his or her goal and be motivated about working towards that. So creating interest is the basic thing or the most necessary thing for the creation of motivation in a student, in a man, in a child, and others. The interest may be natural or acquired. So interest can be natural, like we learned intrinsic motivation. Like that, interest can be natural or it can be acquired from outside. If the interest is natural, it is a case of intrinsic motivation, and therefore no external force of any type is required. But interests are not always natural, they are acquired too. So if the interest is natural, it can be called intrinsic motivation also, but it is not natural always. There are acquired interests too. For example, interest in sports, music, painting, etc. is generally acquired and created. No one is most of the people are not naturally leaning towards sports, music, painting, and other type of hobbies. They acquire the interest by watching matches, football matches, cricket matches, and sports matches, by listening music, by practicing, by spending time in music and musical learning. That type of environment is needed to be interested in music. And like that, painting also, you if you see good paintings in your childhood, big painters, you learn about them, how they came to the painting, what do you call, painting hobby, how big painters started painting, how they enjoyed painting. Like this, you have to acquire interest, acquire motivation to do these type of things. So these type of interests are created. Once the interest is created, it works like intrinsic motivation, and therefore the need for extrinsic motivation becomes unnecessary. So once the interest is created by you in yourself, this created interest works like intrinsic motivation, and the need for extrinsic motivation becomes unnecessary because you already created the motivation within you by yourself. Interest may be permanent or temporary. Interest in music or literature is permanent. Interest in particular relation is transitory or temporary. So, if someone is interested in music or reading literature, poetry, prose, and other things, that is permanent. But interest in particular lesson, particular chapter is temporary, because when you get more attractive, more interesting chapter than previous chapter you read, your interest in the previous chapter will go and your interest in the current chapter will be strong. So like this, the interest in particular in Odia Vishay, particular kshetras like Sangeeta Kshetra, music, literature, Sahitya Kshetra is permanent. But in a particular chapter, particular lesson, your interest is there, that is temporary. Because when you get more beautiful, more attractive, more interesting chapter than that, you will forget your previous interest. Both of these types of interests are essential and useful in their own way. So both permanent interest and temporary interest are useful and essential in their own ways. So this is the first point for the promotion of motivation, which is creating interest. I think you all are well understood. Then we will go to the second point for the promotion of motivation. So second is arousing curiosity. Curiosity is the feeling, the desperateness within someone to know, to gain a knowledge, to get something, to know about something, to go deep about something, like this. So curiosity is a great motivating force. Once the student becomes curious about something, they will keenly interested to know about it. Arousing the curiosity, therefore, is an important condition for motivation. Curiosity about something will naturally lead to its exploration. So, if you create curiosity, if you arouse curiosity, if you awaken curiosity within someone, that person will naturally tend to get information about the thing, get knowledge about the thing. That is curiosity. And the arousal of curiosity is very, very necessary for the creation and the promotion of a motivation. Without curiosity and without the previous point, interest, there cannot be motivation. So the second point is over. Then the third point is developing achievement motivation. What is achievement motivation? The feeling of, by doing this I will get that, and by getting that I will get respect, I will get money, I will get many things. That feeling is called achievement feeling, achievement motivation. So achievement motivation, as its name implies, means motivation to achieve something. The higher the achievement motivation is, the greater the learning. If the achievement motivation is higher, the learning process will be greater and greater. This implies setting of higher goal before the pupils or students. If the goals are high and challenging, the efforts will also be spurred up. Therefore, the teacher should try to keep high aims before the pupils. So, developing achievement motivation means to give some higher goals, higher aims to the students, to the children. When you will give them higher achievement motivation, higher goals, they will try their best to get there, because that will create a sense of achievement in them. They will think that if I get that, I will get my achievement. My life will be higher. My lifestyle will be higher. I will get respect and so on. Many things they will think, and that will create achievement motivation inside them. And that achievement motivation is very important for the promotion of motivation in a child. I think achievement motivation is well understood. Then fourth point is providing incentives. Incentives are similar to the word rewards. If you do that, you will get that thing, that interesting thing, that attractive thing. If you will work like this, you will get that. Like this, incentives are. Extrinsic motivation can be produced by providing incentives. The incentives can be in form of rewards, awards, praise and appreciation. Nothing spurs an individual for greater efforts as a word of praise and appreciation. Therefore, the teacher should make use of such incentives to incentives correspond to outer and extrinsic motivation. So, incentives are can be rewards, awards, praise, appreciation. When you appreciate a student, a child, you will see a different expression in his face. He will try to do better in that thing about which thing you appreciated him. He will give his all efforts to do better and to get appreciation again and again. That will create a hunger for reward, for award, for praise, appreciation in the student or the child. That creates extrinsic motivation, because incentive comes from outside. There is no incentive from inside. So this creates extrinsic motivation. This promotes extrinsic motivation from outside. The fifth point and the last point is producing spirit of competition. This is seen even today. There is positive thing in this and negative things also in this motivation. In this spirit of competition, the spirit of competition is a great motivating force. Spirit of competition implies the desire to excel others. It is a sort of race in which everybody likes to win. Competition has been widely used by teachers as a means of a motivation towards scholastic achievement. So, spirit of competition is to give a student, a child, a sense of race with others, in which race he had to be better than not better, best from all the rest uh, runners. He have to be the best, and that will create a spirit of competition in the child. The teachers give that motivation, that type of spirit. The parents also give that type of spirit. But this spirit of competition mostly ends in what you call hatred for others, jealousy for others, and many negative things like that. And that will lead the student towards depression and other mental illness. So, this spirit of competition should be used in a positive way by responsible teachers and parents. So, these are the 5 points for the promotion of motivation in a child. So, if you are well understood, comment and say how you liked the video. Share the video with your friends, and in my next video I will teach you motivation and learning, a relationship between motivation and learning. So till then, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Note down the points I taught and press the bell icon to get updates, because regularly I'm uploading videos that will help you in your study. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself, your family, and plant trees, because in this summer you all felt that kind of heat that your ancestors never felt. So thank you.